Hey, what's up? What's up? We back. You Can't Play Boxing Podcast, episode 30. Man, it's first of all, before we even get into the podcast real heavy, want to have a moment of silence for one of the greatest boxing trainers, definitely in the 21st century. Passed away yesterday. Naazim Richardson. So let's have a moment of silence. All right, man. I don't even want to get into I'm gonna get into the house cleaning real quick though, before we get into it. So if you want to check us out on Instagram. You Can't Play Boxing Podcast, or you Can't Play Boxing. If you check us out on the website, can'tplayboxing.com. Also, you can check us out on YouTube at You Can't Play Boxing, and our Facebook page, You Can't Play Boxing also. So like I said, man, had some sad news in the boxing world yesterday. Naazim Richardson, again, to me, the best trainer of the 21st century. No disrespect to any other trainers. He passed away yesterday. Naazim, man, he was a great trainer, hell of a dude, genuine. Told it straight like it should be, how you needed to hear it. Of course, we all know that he was a trainer of Bernard Hopkins, Sugar Shane Mosley, Steve Cunningham, countless others, Hall of Famers. Also, he had, want to give a shout out to his son, Rock Allen, also who's a boxer. Shout out to the whole Richardson family, Naazim, man, he, shared a lot of knowledge of the game, a lot of wisdom of the game, a lot of accolades. He told you things, about the game, had you look at it from a common sense point of view, so. And everybody has been pouring out, their condolences. He was well respected in the game. Everybody from Andre Ward, Bud Crawford, of course, B-Hop says he said it's kind of like losing a dad, and Manny Pacquiao, Shane, everybody, man, he's well respected in the game, man. He was genuine. It's a tough loss for boxing for sure, man. Tough loss for Philly, and it's a tough loss for his family. But what we should do, we should the same principles of morals and wisdom that Naazim brought to the game. We should make that one of the pillars of how we approach the game and how we prophesize the game and how we orate the game when we're talking about it. We need to be as genuine as he was when he spoke about it. So, he was one of the best. He's a cut above. We got a lot of good trainers, man. A lot of good trainers. But he was a cut above most everybody out here, especially in the 21st century, So it's going to be a hard loss for boxing, All right, man. So with that being said, I had to start off the podcast on a down note because he's that important to boxing to me. So, we had to start it off that way. But, we're going to try to up the mood a little bit. We'll start talking about what's going on in the world. So What's going on in the world? A lot of pro sports coming back. You know, we got baseball came back. We got basketball coming back. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good stuff coming. Me personally, big news. I'm still a Knicks fan. However, you know, I don't have much faith in the Knicks. But got a new coach. Got Tom Thibodeau. You know what I'm talking about? And we'll see how that goes, man. Tom Thibodeau, you know, he's a hard-nosed coach, man. He's gets the most out of his players. I don't think we're gonna be chumps, put it that way. But with the dysfunction in the front, you know, with the ownership, man, I don't think you could bring anybody. It's just hard. You probably could bring, you know, I don't want to be blasphemous, man. You probably bring Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Buddha, and, you know, Dolan to still try to find a way to mess it up, man. So I you know, good luck to my Knicks. Last time I was in the playoffs was 2013. But, you know, let's see how it goes. But when it comes to the NBA, NBA's returning, baseball returning. So things are even though things are kind of getting back to normal, but it's kind of hard for me to look at the sports without the fan interaction anymore. And it got fake fans. It just feels like, man, the world is like, it's like we're living with a condom on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like we living masked up. We living doing things halfway. We living, instead of getting the real meat, we eating vegan meat. And it's supposed to be better for you, but it just don't feel the same, you know? And don't get me wrong, I'm doing all the precautions that we need to. But I just want that real, authentic feeling that we had before. You know, I want that to return, man. And right now we don't have it. But doing it the safe way, doing it, you know, the clean way is what we got to do. So, you know, I'm down with it. But, you know, it just feels different out here moving around in the world. You know what I mean? If you're moving accordingly, if you're moving how you're supposed to, it feels different, you know. Also, in the last few days, we had Showtime. They came out and announced some big fights they're going to have to take us out through the rest of the year. They're going to do all their fights from Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. The big notable fights really is like the Charlos. They fighting Derevchenko, you know, for the middleweight. And then, you know, you got the other Charlo fighting Rosario. So, you know, these fights is on pay-per-view. That fight is on September 26th on pay-per-view. And I'm not really excited about that fight. I think that the middleweight championship fight with Charlo and Derevchenko, you know, that should be a cool fight. However, I think, you know, Charlo, skill-wise, is a cut above him. So if he comes out fighting his fight and Derevchenko fights the best fight he can fight, Charlo should win. It should be he should get a test, but I think he got more skills than Derevchenko. However, you know, if Charlo will come out and he doesn't give it 100%, I don't think him at 80% can beat Derevchenko at 100%. So it's one of those fights where you got a little room for error, but you can't come in there and not fight your best fight if you're Charlo. So that's one of the pay-per-view fights on September 26th. In a perfect world, that would not be a pay-per-view fight, but we're dealing with coronavirus and we're dealing with no fans, so I understand it. So, you know, it is what it is right now. Also, the big fight, the fight I'm most excited for that's already been announced, really, and for the rest of the year, is Tank Davis fighting Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I'm talking about? So that fight is going to be October 24th. Tank, bigger, stronger. I fully expect Tank to win this fight. Leo Santa Cruz has skills. However, if you Tank and you as big as you are with the power, you should be able to squeak this out. However, you know, Leo Santa Cruz, I think he's a smarter fighter. I think has more ring generalship. And I think if he and his coach comes up with a great plan, Tank is one of those fighters that if you have a great game plan and you're skilled enough, you can beat him. It's not going to be easy, but you can beat him if you're skilled enough and you're smart enough. So it's going to be an interesting fight. I pick from skill-wise and advantages, I'm picking Tank. However, Leo Santa Cruz has advantages in ring IQ and skills to me. So it's going to be a good contrast. Does the raw skills and physical abilities, is that going to play out? Or or will it not play out? So we'll see. I'm looking forward to that. That pay-per-view is on October 24th. Again, all these fights are going to be from Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. So looking forward to it. Boxing trying to get his feet under. You know, we still hopefully get Wilder versus Fury this year. 3. Hopefully we get that in December. So, you know, we're trying to get our feet under ourselves, man. Also, what happened last night, Golden Boy Promotions came back into action. You know, we had Virgil Ortiz, undefeated, battered his opponent. Really was a sparring match, you know, one-sided. Beat him. You know, the fight was took place in California on the zone. No crowd, you know. Virgil Ortiz, man, he's real interesting, man. He's, you know, undefeated, of course. I think he's 17-0, all like knockouts and everything. However, you know, he hasn't fought anybody yet. He's 22 years old. And I'm looking forward to him getting in the ring with somebody who's going to give him different angles and different looks. I think he's definitely has the physical attributes. However, you got to get tested in this game. So I look forward to him getting tested and him fighting bigger and better fighters. And just to correct myself, Virgil Ortiz is 16-0 with 16 KO. So we got the power, but we need to see him in there with some other fighters. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. So, you know, boxing coming back a little bit. What we're going to do real quick, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, exhibition fight? What is this? I'm going to give you my thoughts coming back soon. What's up? It's that time of the show where we kind of give a shout out to our sponsors. The sponsor today is Anchor. Anchor is everything you need to create your own podcast. You can use Anchor to distribute your show. They'll kind of get it out for you. And all you have to do is do it from your cell phone or your microphone, however you want to do it. But if you want to get your voice out there, if you want to talk to the people, there's no better place to do it than Anchor. So download the app, Anchor, or go to their website, anchor.com. It'll distribute your podcast on all platforms. So again, Anchor. Alright, we back. You Can't Play Boxing podcast. So, got a blast in the past. Got a blast in the past fight, man. Scheduled exhibition scheduled for September. I think it's September 12th? Yeah, September 12th. Got Mike Tyson fighting Roy Jones. Now, just for the record, Mike Tyson is 54 years old. Roy Jones, I think, is 51 years old. So both of them got their AARP cards. You know what I'm saying? So what is this fight going to be? So number one, it's going to be an exhibition fight. An exhibition fight which is going to have, I think, 12-ounce gloves, headgear. My understanding is going to be on this platform called Triller. So like a social media sort of platform. My understanding is that Triller paid $50 million for the rights of this fight. So, shit, they need a few people to watch this fight in order to make some money on it. I think also you got the YouTube guy fighting Nate Robinson, the former basketball player. Well, he's still a basketball player. I guess he still plays, but no, he's not an NBA, but he's an ex-Knick, ex-Nuggets little guy. You know, I like Nate, so I'm probably more interested if I see a Nate fight versus this Tyson Roy Jones fight. But you know, I'm glad that they're gonna get a chance to get in the ring. This fight was originally talked about to take place in 2004. If any of y'all have read Jay Prince autobiography, he talks about how he was very close to getting this fight done. However, you know, Roy chose to fight Antonio Tarver after he beat Ruiz for the championship. So it never took place. But 16 years later, you know, this fight is taking place. So, you know, my thoughts is it's good for them. I mean, you know, I don't look at it. It's an exhibition fight. Let them get their money. They gave a lot to the game, so they can still do an exhibition, make some money, and hey, that's no sweat off my back. What I expect to happen, I expect, you know, Roy smart. You know, Roy would be dumb to probably go in there and try to out-muscle Tyson even at 54. I think Roy's going to probably go and try to just really work from the outside. Probably he's been more active, you know, as far as, because Roy had a fight like 2-3 years ago and won. So I think Roy's going to win this fight, even though it's an exhibition. And, you know, it's a good time, but, you know, we're going to see 250-year-olds fight, you know? So, I mean, what can you expect? So, you know, I will say it was good kind of getting this show off. You know, I kind of want to apologize for the show's been infrequent, but it's really not a lot going on in the boxing world right now until, you know, it's very sporadic right now. But I had to get a show off because of the passing of Naazim Richardson. And also we had this Tyson and Roy Jones news. Plus we had Virgil Ortiz stepping in. So there's a few things that did happen. And also, so you know, the next episode, what we're going to talk about, you know, we already did the top 10 fighters of the 1980s. We did the top 10 fighters of the 1990s. So what you expect next? We're going to do the top 10 fighters of the 2000s. So check us out. That show should be first of the month in August. Again, you can check us out on Instagram and You Can't Play Boxing. That's UCANTPLAYBOXING. Also check us out on our website, can'tplayboxing.com. Check us out on our YouTube, You Can't Play Boxing. Also check us out on our Facebook, You Can't Play Boxing. So until next time, you know, everybody stay safe. Try to navigate the bullshit. Stay healthy. Peace.